Hey, Lobbert here again. As always, the deck list is in the video description along with timestamp links if you want to skip to a match. Please like my video, I really appreciate it. It boosts my visibility on YouTube, and subscribe for more Pauper content. Check out my podcast, Common Knowledge. Now let's get into the deck tech. Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm going to be doing a league with mono white control. This deck is super fun. I can't stop thinking about it. I love making monocolor control decks, and white is not a color that you usually see control decks in, especially in mono, because you do have some decks that mix white in, but mono white, I don't know if I've ever seen a control deck that's mono white, so I built one. For our mana base, we've got 22 planes, just super basic here. We are playing Razor Golems, which have affinity for planes, so you want everything to be a planes. You don't want to have cycling lands. You want tons and tons of lands in play, so that this guy's free. You want to be sacrificing them to things. You can make use of those lands. Sometimes you draw into draw into draw, and so you want to be able to play all of those cards in one turn. So that's why we have 22 planes. We have a whole bunch of removal in this deck. We've got 4 Journey to Nowheres, 4 Angelic Purge. Angelic Purge is 2 and a white for a sorcery. As an additional cost, you sacrifice a permanent, and then you exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment. So this is kind of a catch-all spell. Any big creatures, any enchantments that are weird and pop up, and then any artifacts that you can hit artifact lands and make your opponent stutter like that, or really anything. So this spell has been phenomenal. To support this, we are playing 4 Ichor Wellsprings as things to sack. Between this and Angelic Purge, you don't lose any cards. It is a little bit weird to try to find those, but this has been super great for me. I've been hoping to draw this a lot of the time, so I would not cut this. We have 4 Unmakes, so we have more unconditional kill spells. This one is instant, so it is great. The casting cost is no problem. I would not run Oblivion Ring over this. There's nothing that can really go wrong here, and we have our catch-all with Angelic Purge already. We have 2 Last Breaths. I originally had 1, and I've been loving it. I pointed this at my own creatures to gain life. I pointed this at my opponent's creatures. Early game, this has been super fantastic for me. And then we've got our creature package. We only have 2 Battle Screech in here. This is basically to block and maybe kill somebody. We're not really focused on how we kill people in this deck. We're just making sure that we have way more cards than they do, and that's how we kill them. So this is just lots and lots of blockers. I honestly don't like it that much in this deck, but it needed flyers, so here it is. It's also nice that this comes in, it has the 2 sides, so that in decks that have counterspells, you can still maybe get the second half of this. We also have 4 Acacian Javelineers. Acacian Javelineers is removal on a stick. There's a lot of X1s in the format, and if they're not X1s, then you're combining this with your other creatures and stuff to make attacking and blocking awkward for your opponent, or combining them together to ping things multiple times and remove them. This can also be returned with our core Skyfisher, which also works well with most of the creatures in our deck. So we've got, it works well with Acacian Javelineers, it works well with our Thraben Inspectors, which I haven't mentioned yet, but those are great. It's the white Muldrifter, you gotta play it. And they also well with our Ichor Wellspring. So the whole deck kind of comes together when you look at the whole thing. And then we've got 4 Palace Sentinels. So this is actually the base. This is the foundation of the deck. All of the removal spells just help you smooth out the early game, and you're not playing any tap lands. So that's how you gain your tempo over other decks, is you don't have to stutter on mana. You're going to have perfect colors. You're going to play Palace Sentinels, and you're going to run away with the game since you're just a little bit ahead, and you're drawing way more cards than your opponent. We've got those 2 Razor Golems. The Vigilance is nice for that Monarch, and that covers the main deck. So lots of removal, lots of different creatures. You're just trying to not let your opponent get ahead of you and draw lots of cards with the Monarch. There's other ways we can gain value, but it's hard to win if we don't have the Monarch. So next we have the sideboard. We have a single Aura Fracture. This card alone can just tear entire decks apart. It's hard to interact with, and we have the lands to just sack and sack and sack if we need to deal with a deck that runs enchantments. So this has been fantastic. We have 2 Holy Lights. This is to help with the Elves matchup and anything that is dumb enough to run X1s. It is instant, and it doesn't affect our own creatures. So this has been good. We have 2 Core Sanctifiers. I've looked at a lot of different cards that blow up artifacts and enchantments. This, I believe, gives you the most card advantage. It hits both artifacts and enchantments. There's ones that hit just enchantments. The best one was Aura Fracture, and that did make the list. But as far as artifacts go, there's not that many right now, so I'd rather have something a little bit more general. We have another Last Breath. If you're fighting Burn, if you're fighting anything with small creatures that's trying to get under you, Last Breath can really shut something like that down. And then we have Order of Lightbur. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It is white for a 2/1 human cleric knight. Has protection from black. You can pay a single white to give it first strike, or you can pay white to give it +1/+0 until end of turn. If you're on 12 mana, this thing can just destroy your opponent. It's really annoying if you're playing a black deck because you just can't remove it without an edict, and I'm constantly just throwing out creatures that they have to deal with other than this. It's so good that I've considered running it in the main deck before. Didn't make the cut because there are other decks that are not black, but it is so good. Next we have 3 Relic of Progenitus. I just have to be able to win games against Tron sometimes, and I have to be able to win games against those weird decks that are playing like sacrifice creatures. There's just a lot of value you can gain out of a Relic of Progenitus, so I'm on a full 3. I think everybody knows by now that I run too many of these in all of my decks. Next we have 2 Rune of Protection Red. So since we're mono white, we can play Rune of Protections over Circle of Protections. They do the same thing, but they have cycling for 2. So when I'm running 2 in my deck, if I hit my second one, I can cycle it, or if it's too early in the game, something weird is happening, I can just get rid of it. It's an automatic win against Burn. I don't think the other colors of the other Rune of Protections are as good as the red one. If you're playing against green or white, they have ways to deal with your enchantments, and you're going to lose the game because they still have a big board, and then all of a sudden it's all let through. And lastly, we have Standard Bearer. Again, just like Aura Fracture, this is great against enchantments. This is great against people trying to pump up their own creatures. This is an auto win in some matchups, so I could not include it. I had to include it, in other words. Anyway, that is the deck. It's super fun. I'm just going to be playing a friendly league. This did not work in competitive leagues. There's too much blue-black control. I do believe it has a good matchup against a lot of the other tier 1 decks. So if your local meta at your store does not have a lot of blue-black control, I think this deck could dominate. Anyway, let's get into the league. Round 1. Good hand. Please no blue-black Delver. Yeah, that's good. It's been a while. I'm weirdly nervous. But turn 2 we can either drop Skyfisher or Wellspring. Bond Beetle. Good news. Just drop our 1-drop. Decks like this I've had a good luck with. Being able to exile creatures if they get too big is pretty good. So no block. Let's see if we can get an exile spell. Javelineer, not bad. Let's see. So if I do a 2-drop, let's see what happens when I attack first. I'm going to attack. I want to get this Skyfisher out there so that I have something to block that 2 toughness creature with. So he'll go a little bit more all in on it if he can. 2 battle screeches aren't super helpful right now, but I think later on they might be. I think this is not the matchup for him though. So if this gets a pump spell out of the way, that will be fine. Nope. Also fine. Probably gonna wait until his combat actually ends. So we're mono green so far. So I'm half tempted to drop the Wellspring, but 2 guys also sounds good. I'm gonna be mana efficient and go Wellspring. And then I'm going to go Javelineer. That way if he drops a Rancor on this plant, we can punish him for it. This does kind of look like a weird stompy list from the way it's working. It does have black. That's kind of to be expected. It's looking aristocratsy, but I don't think I've lost against a deck like that yet. Losing on camera would be fitting. That's usually what happens. So I expect an attack here, and probably a Rancor on the plant. I'm thinking about if I should Journey to Nowhere the plant, and then I can later pick it up with a Core Skyfisher. That might be getting too fancy. Okay, throws it on the plant. I'll take the damage. Mortician Beetle. Whenever player sacrifices a creature, so that's one. That's what's going to get Journey to Nowhere, by the way. An Angelic Purge would be pretty perfect. He's down to 2 cards. So nothing to do here. Take my 2. I don't know why he didn't attack with this other guy. But okay, land doesn't do much right now. So we have to journey the beetle. In case he drops like a carrion feeder, that thing will be a problem. And then I think Thraven Inspector has more value here in just blocking and keeping my life total. So that way I can double block like a Nest Invader and then ping a plant. Then I'll only lose 1 guy and he'll lose 2. So let's go ahead with that plan. And Hunger the Howl Pack is looking okay. So at least he didn't hunger the plant. That would have been annoying. Okay, so he loses 2 guys there. And all he's got is a 2/2. I've still got a guy so I can flashback Battle Screech. 1 drop would be pretty good. So I can Battle Screech and play something. Razor Golem would be a 1 drop at this point. Okay. He's testing out Pollen Bright Druid. That makes more sense. So right now it's just a 2/2 that has a +1/+1 counter in case he wants to do something. I don't think that changes our plans at all. There's too many things he could like kill our guy or something. But 1 turn of Battle Screeching is going to make it really tough for him or her to take the Monarch back from us. Bond Beetle. Sure. And another Nest Invader, so he's out of cards. Gives us the Pollen Bright. Down to 8. I'm going to lead with popping a clue, just in case. Alright. So as it stands, I think Palace Sentinels actually is fine. I think the likelihood of him having a kill spell is pretty low off of the top. He seems like a creature-y deck. And he's only got 2 guys with any power. I think I can block. And I want to get the cards rolling. I think this is the turning point, like what he does with his turn right here. So this is pretty precarious, I think. But if we can just trade all of our creatures and he doesn't play any pup spells. Okay. We can keep going, and he's got a Rancor, but I don't think that matters. Okay. We've just got to block a... So I'm going to start with another Wellspring. That's good. So I could either dump Palace Sentinels or Battle Screech. I think I'm going to go with Battle Screech in case he does take the Monarch back from us. We can for sure get it back. Don't want to block with the Javelin guy yet. Oh yeah, I have to do 3 anyway. But I've got enough toughness. It's still kind of in a precarious spot. Wow, okay. If we draw a land, that's going to be a whole bunch. We want to get an exile spell pretty quick now, since this is going to make it so his Bloodthrone Vampire has plenty of guys to sacrifice, along with Trample. Alright, or I could just draw that. So I could get rid of that Rancor, but I'm not that incentivized to do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Vampire. Play out that. And drop Pal Sentinels. Think we can start getting in for damage. Yes. So that's game 1. I expect I'm going to see Young Wolves and stuff, so relics, I don't know if we want that many relics, but relics are going to be good. Razor Golems hold the ground. I think Last Breath is going to be another card that we're going to want. Standard Bearer. Pro Red. I really honestly don't think Battle Screeches are worth it here. And then I'm going to not board in all of these. So what are we looking like? Maybe the Razor Golems aren't worth it? Like, we're just going to exile all of his guys and grind them out with card advantage from the guys we do still have in our deck. Still at 17 creatures, which is fine. He generates all of his advantage off of guys coming back, so I think we're fine. This is perfectly serviceable. Turn 1 play, 2 turn 2 plays. Either Wellspring or Last Breath. Hopefully this Javelinier's got him in an awkward spot. Nope. Oh, he's going for it right away, so that I can't ping his guy. So, a little bit of an awkward spot. If I Last Breath his guy, he just makes the other one bigger. I'm gonna go for an Ichor Wellspring so that I can get a land for Unmake. And then I can set up a block and tap to get rid of one of his guys. Is a little bit more all in on Young Wolf. Regardless of what I do, he's gonna sacrifice this Bond Beetle. So I'm gonna just hold. Yeah. He's got 2 3/3s. That's pretty scary. My Last Breath is looking kind of silly, and that's bad. Okay. We really gotta just hit more land. Now he's probably gonna play another guy so that we can't just double block and tap our Javelineer to kill that Carrion Feeder. Shrinks his guys a little. Let's go for the face. Shrivel, huh? We're getting there. We're just gonna yield and then I'll unmake on his turn. Maybe we can get a Raincore or something. Sure. And we're pretty far behind. Okay, it happened. It's a necessary 2-for-1 there. I really needed to get that. Okay. So, I want to be mana efficient, so I'm going to do Standard Bearer. And then I will grab his Nest Invader. Not really a chance of him playing like Vines or anything. Let's take 3 down to 4. No play. That's good news. So I'm just gonna do the YOLO Palace Sentinels. I think with Standard Bearer, that's pretty safe. It's gonna be hard for him to make his guy bigger than a 3/3, even with a Shrivel. Yeah. So then he still has to have a play. Rancor. So we just let him hit us. We're gonna be able to take back the Monarch immediately. So this isn't like, oh, F word. I didn't look at my life total. Okay. Whoops. I think Razor Golds are going to be pretty good. Everything. Whoops. I mean, there's even an argument for Order of Lateburr. That seems like he could stonewall him pretty good. Maybe down 1 Palace Sentinels? I don't know, though. Yeah, down 1 Palace Sentinels, up Razor Golem. Then the Javelineers do make his life awkward. And he's so fast that I want to have 1-drops. Unmakes are pretty good. Angelic Purges, pretty good. I'm just going to keep it like this. And then hopefully being on the play is enough. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Okay. That seems fine. It's just a dude heavy draw. The Shrivels. I was surprised how much the Shrivel actually affected my deck. It's not really supposed to. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna attack. If he wants to make his guy 2/2, I'm gonna have a core Skyfisher anyway. I don't want him to get extra value. This deck is designed around getting value for that. And I can play out another Thraben Inspector and Core Skyfisher next turn. Set up some stack blocks. I'm now tempted to play Ichor Wellspring. I wouldn't do anything this turn, but I really want to play a 2-mana Razor Golem next turn. If I play Thraben Inspector and just pass, this makes it, I think it'll make him a little bit nervous about going all in on one guy, and then I'll still have the option of, I'll end up popping a clue at the end of his turn. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Oh, this is a creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. Activate as a sorcery. Okay, so just a weird sack outlet. Wouldn't expect an attack. Okay. The longer I hold on to Razor Golem, the more efficient it is. So I think I can wait until next turn to play this relic. I'll just build up my wall. Or just draw a journey off the top. Do I want to be greedy and wait for him to go more all in? I think I do. I have a decent blocking force, and I'm not like defending the Monarch, I'm just defending my life total. I don't know if I would have cracked a relic for that anyway. We did get value, like more value for this journey. Where is this going? Over there. And then we do get to see him tap out. Neat. So we're going to be going for that Young Wolf for blocks, and then we're just going to be taking that Deviant Salvager. Oh yeah. Then the 7 hurts for sure, but I'll take it. Okay, now we've got a 1-mana Razor Golem. We journey his guy. He's got a 3/3, but we have a 3/4. Play a relic, tap a relic. Not attacking until I've got overwhelming superiority. Okay. Is this the 4-mana Proliferate guy? Nope, just to lead the Stampede. We got a Carrion Feeder he played. And then we're looking at Bloodthrone Vampire and Bond Beetle. We're going to be playing this Last Breath for sure. Gotta leave enough mana for that. Let's just do our relic now. Drop. Let's just do Last Breath, yeah, immediately. And then we can either pop a clue. Well, think I want to do this, since I have no other actual thing to do, and this is slightly better. Okay, I can still pop the clue if I don't need to pop the relic. Carrion Feeder again. Probably his draw for turn. It's Bloodthrone Vampire. And there's the Bond Beetle. Down to one card in hand. Okay, that's pretty smart. Throws another Bloodthrone. So, go for another relic activation. And we have to leave up mana for this unmake. So I'm going to just drop Core Skyfisher. Pick up Wellspring. And then he probably thinks it's suspicious that we didn't play the Wellspring again, but I don't know, what can he do? Another Bond Beetle. Doesn't matter if it actually resolves or not. Sure. 4. Hulk. Sure. It's a decent deck, actually. So, it's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna block like that and see what happens. So Bloodthrone gets 1. I'd rather not lose my Razor Golem. So that's gonna get sacked by the Carrion Feeder. Yeah. But I've still got my Razor Golem. I lose 1 Core Skyfisher, and he loses Young Wolf. So this is getting kind of dire. I think I'm just gonna go for the relic. Oh, I could draw another relic. So if I drop Palace Sentinels now, dropping a Wellspring doesn't let me actually get any advantage this turn, and Relic does. Did I say that right? The Wellspring isn't anything extra, but the Relic is. Okay. So I can only attack with 2 creatures. I can stack and then sacrifice another. I'll just let him take his pick. So if I do this, I'm doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. So he'd have to sacrifice all of them but one other. That's probably worth it to him. But I'm running out of options, I think. Okay. 6, 7. So he kills 2. He'd have to sacrifice the Bloom Hulk. Okay. And we're just looking for an exile spell. So I'm gonna again sacrifice this. Do that now. And just start digging for our next answer. That was close. I'm feeling pretty confident now. You'd have to do like another Lead the Stampede. And I have a Journey, I have a Javelineer, I'm gonna have 9 toughness worth of stuff to block. Almost a punt, but we got there round 1. Or, yeah, game 1. Okay, round 2. See if our luck holds up with good matchups. Yes, I want to play first. Lots of land, but I think we can draw out of it with our Thraby baby. I can't help it, any new province. You've called it that so many times that I just copied you. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. I had like this going, ooh. I'd rather draw my next card than play out a whole bunch more dudes. Well, now that I say it, let's just do it. Okay. It's gonna make our next turn a little bit more awkward. But their deck flourishes on having, or thrives on having more life than your opponent. So, and this is black-white Pestilence, I'm assuming. Let's see if we can get their guy for just 1 less damage on our 3-bit inspectors and Javelineer activation. Nope. So let's see what our clue brings. Let's keep going with the Javelineers. Castigate. Thankfully, we hadn't drawn anything great yet, so small victories, I guess. So let's again see if we can get this for just an activation. Go for a clue and Palace Sentinels. So no real pressure to activate at sorcery speed. Alright, that's kind of tasty. Wow. Okay, so block. He's gonna let us have both of his guys here. Activate there. Trade Z's. I see what he's doing. Put that back on top. Let's get this guy. And time to become the Monarch. So he can activate Pestilence for 1 if he plays it, potentially. But I'm still going to go for the extra Javelin. Unmake would be really nice in case he's playing Guardian of the Guild Pact. Otherwise, we're just going to be trading. Don't do it. Okay. I'm still afraid of like Echoing Decay here, I think. Unmake. Who plays that? I'm going to leave back 1 Javelineer, and I am going to play this Palace Sentinels. As an extra blocker. Okay. Iker Wellspring is pretty good. That way if he drops a... Well, if I can get a Angelic Purge and he drops a Pestilence, I can take it out at an awkward time, potentially. Okay. Get another land. Now, this would increase our damage by 2 if we play this Journey to Nowhere. I think that's worth it, especially with Angelic Purge backup. He can kill his own guy and we'll lose a Javelineer, whatever. But so Prismatic Strands. Oh, just another unmake. Not bad. We get to still keep drawing stuff. All right. Don't know why you tap this. Okay, I guess. Play another Prophetic Prism. Let's lose our Javelin. Let's start jamming Wellsprings. I'm going to go with the Core Skyfisher. See what that brings us. Another land. Keep going with the 3 a turn plan. Bum, bum. Let's do Iker Wellspring. He can steal the Monarch from us, but I'm not really, I don't know, I'm not that afraid of targeted removal. At least right now. Second Angelic Purge. I want to see what happens when we attack with just these 2 guys. It's getting down to where even activating Pestilence for him is going to be pretty difficult. So this, of course, Skyfisher, bouncing our Iker Wellspring. Play the Iker Wellspring. There's another Palace Sentinels. I'm just going to jam it since I have duplicates. The Super Monarch. So it pops 2 clues. Wonder if this is just going to be like an attack before a Pestilence. Nope. So I think he didn't tap out there so that he can play Pestilence? Or not Pestilence, Prismatic Strands. So I think, yeah, he's on. Might as well play or draw a clue and then Prismatic Strands. There's that. So I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna shut off his Prismatic Strands. This may not work, but I'm pretty far ahead. Should go for that. So now he's forced to play a white creature. Oh. Okay. And he thinks he can be the Monarch for more than a turn, but we have our own Pal Sentinels. I'm gonna go like this. I don't want to lose to some stupid life gain spell. Alright. Pop a clue. Those are the Pal Sentinels. I'm gonna start digging for my next Angelic Purge. There it is. Okay. Nothing to do, I'll just auto yield, but from 4, the amount of cards he can win with are pretty narrow. Because Pestilence isn't very useful, and that's like the big one when you're behind by 9 creatures. Alright. Gains a life. There's the Pestilence. And he can activate, let's see, 3 times. So I'm going to attack, I think I might just attack all out. Another Prismatic Strands is kind of what I'm fearing. That's black, black, black. So 1, 2, and then 3. There's not a Prismatic Strands in here. I win. Okay. So. Am I that afraid of his yard? I don't think Javelineers are that good in this matchup. So these are probably better than that. Order of Lightbur is going to be an all-star. I think he's got plenty of tools to deal with Battle Screech, I think. But he does have edicts and stuff, so they might not be what I want to do. Razor Golems are definitely good because they're bigger than everything he has, and they can fight a what's it called? Guardian of the Guild Pact. Unmakes are really good. Pal Sentinels are amazing. Angelic Purges are great. Journey to Nowheres are... Actually, those are so-so. I'm going to take out 2 Journey to Nowheres. The reason being, he gets value when his creatures enter the battlefield. He can kill these Journey to Nowheres. So if I actually go down there and then go up on Core Sanctifiers, I think this is what we want to do. There's also the option of bringing in an Aura Fracture. He's only got 1 kind of enchantment, so I'm gonna just not. Okay, yeah, seems like a fine hand. So we start off with our Thraben Inspector, try to get ahead a little early, have something for Core Skyfisher to return. Okay. So now we don't have anything for Core Skyfisher to return. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but I don't really want to relic. I would rather pop that clue, so I'm just gonna pass. He's pretty far off of 7 mana, and I don't think that they dump cards in their graveyard all that quickly in this deck. Yeah, I think he's just taking this turn off anyway. Castigate would be pretty annoying. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going places. Let's drop a relic. Activate. And then how greedy or how pressured do we feel? Because I'm thinking about dropping this Core Skyfisher, picking up a relic. I think since next turn there's a potential of a Battle Screech, I'm just going to go for it. Kind of protects it. Not that I'm that worried about it dying. So what do you do for 3 mana? You unmake, I guess. So let's Battle Screech. Alright. That's pretty dang good for us. Let's see. That's 1. And then we just get in for 2. And then allow him to think that he's going to have that guy. I'm hoping that there's a Pestilence coming down. Nah, I'm not gonna lower my life total just to trick up an opponent. That doesn't seem worth it to me right now. So we're just on the attacking for 2 a turn with and have relics up plan, I guess. We have all the removal against a deck that doesn't care that much about removal. All of our removal exiles. So these relics do seem kind of silly. I'm gonna get rid of 1. Nope, that'll get rid of our Battle Screech. Alright. Let's attack. Forgot to activate relic immediately. So do that. And then I'm just going to go for the Core Skyfisher in case we draw another 4-drop and we want to be able to activate Battle Screech out of the graveyard. That's fine. Man, our clock is so slow. Okay. Player planes. No more instant speed kill spells. Looks like he's getting kind of flooded over there. Wow. definitely flooded. We just can't get up to 3 creatures, though. Lightning bolting him every turn doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world, though. I'd rather be on my side of the table right now. Let's just get that. There's plenty of awkward things he could do to us right now. I feel like that's one of them. Let's see what happens when we get in for 3. I expected something. If he wants to deal himself more damage, that's fine. So I'm just going to let him untap with that guy. I mean, we're winning this race. It's true we can't play any more guys. Accidentally activates for 0, I guess. Then activates for 3. Okay, 0, 0. You have to, like, when you activate this, you have to, like, tick up the mana, I think, and maybe he's having a hard time with that? You can't get back that 3 black mana now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of his rat. Then pass through combat, and let's just run out of vanilla 2/3. There goes my graveyard. There goes my graveyard. So that's something that we can last breath. I think we just do it. Holy cow. I mean, we did cut a lot of creatures, but I would have expected to hit a Palace Sentinels by now. This game is so grindy. Maybe I don't want to run out of Core Sanctifiers. Number 2. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. So that's what we're waiting for on this spell. Waiting for our Ichor Wellsprings to show up. Okay. White mana doesn't work for that. So sure. I mean, he should be doing this on his end step. Otherwise, he's just going to lose his Pestilence immediately. Unless, of course, he has a creature he's going to play. And that does seem likely. So it picks up... As long as he doesn't pick up Pestilence. Whew. Sure. I'm just going to go for it now, so it triggers on his end step. He could play another creature, but there's no getting around that. He's one below where we're at. I'm getting impatient. I'm just going to go for a relic activation here. Oh, boy, was that a good decision. Oh, we got a free Razor Golem. Get rid of that. Can steal it back as long as he doesn't kill our creature at all. Picks up Palace Sentinels, huh? So Thraben Inspector could draw us an Ichor Wellspring. Does not. So let's purge that, sacrifice a land, and then try to get back the Monarch. And then we can't forget to play our Razor Golem. It's Prismatic Strands. Sure. Little annoying, but not the worst thing. So now I'm torn on Razor Golem or a Core Skyfisher. I'm gonna Core Skyfisher while I know that my Thraben Inspector is alive. I could also bring back Palace Sentinels to guarantee the Monarch. I'm gonna be greedy and go for this Thraben Inspector. So Pestilence would be able to be activated for 4. I'm not ready to take that risk. Goes up 2 life. Goes up 4 life. What's your last card? Palace Sentinels. So we can for sure steal that back, unless he drew Prismatic Strands off the top. Let's get in for flying. Neat. So Ichor Wellspring, but a little bit late. I'm gonna be aggressive right now. If he activates, oh gosh, our 4th Angelic Purge. If he activates Pestilence for 4, he's not stealing the Monarch from us, and we have a backup plan as far as creatures go. So he takes back the Monarch once again. Options. I'm gonna be aggressive. I think I am the more aggressive deck here. Very aggressive. I think I'm being extremely aggressive here. My logic is I really want to be the Monarch. And nothing, I don't want anything blocking this Razor Golem. Okay. Also hitting him for that much damage is huge. So that is a Pestilence. But that hit really made this a lot less horrible. So now he's going to be at 3. Okay, there's a sideboard card. Sacrificing helpless lands actually affected me. I think I pass. I just realized I just played that card when I should have been playing the Unmake, so that he doesn't untap with Pestilence. If he plays a creature that gains him life, I die. But he has to do that this turn. Otherwise, I kill him with the Order, I believe. Jukabog. Kill his creature. Okay, let's get him down as low as possible. 4, 5. So he'll be at 1. I don't think he can gain that much life. Got his graveyard shut down. Is this desperation drawing? Okay, you can activate it for 2. Let's see how this goes. Should be victory. Yes. Okay, round 3. Yeah, that's fine with me. I think my neighbor's vacuuming, so you might hear a high-pitched whine. Okay. Not sure what this is. It could be mono black. There are some mono black control decks that run a splash of blue just because they run the... Okay, no, this is not. This might just be blue-black control, which I think I'm fine with since the Monarch is a stupid mechanic. He's holding up Counterspell. Let's see if we can get a... Yes. It feels good sometimes to just be the luckiest person on the planet. Okay, so this Ichor Wellspring really needs to draw us something. Not the something we were hoping for. So we're going to be trading the Monarchy until something weird happens. We are up cards though, although they are all lands. There's our something. We don't have enough to double up on spells yet, but yeah. You got it. I think just going straight for the punch is a bad idea. So I'm gonna go for combo punch. Let's go for Battle Screech. If they counter that, we can follow up with Thraben Inspector. Okay. I shouldn't have gone to combat. I should have seen if this Thraben Inspector was going to resolve so I can get the second half of my Battle Screech down. But I'm full of punts tonight. So there's an accumulated knowledge. And a second accumulated knowledge. He's ahead on cards now. He's up to 7. I have a second done make though. So he would really have to, he'd have to be pretty lucky, I think. I want to throw away a single bird token to block his Monarch stealing. So I can actually do Journey to Nowhere and Clue. So let's trade Journey to Nowhere. Oh, he can't counter both of these. He doesn't have the mana. Unless, I guess, he's running, like, something weird. And that just worked. I wasn't expecting that. Let's pop the Clue, see if we can draw something good. I will forego my ability to unmake and pass the turn. We're still at 5 cards. We have a huge board state. He's gonna be at 10 cards. All right, let's just yield until next end step. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Evankar's Justice, that was pretty devastating. So then we're out of creatures. So he just flat hard cast that Evankar's Justice. Let's go for a Clue. Both at 7 cards. I just drew a Core Sky Fisher. I have 3 unconditional removal spells. And he's at 5. Still the Monarch. Just counterspell. I think he's just going to try to keep me from getting any creatures whatsoever since he's in a precarious position. Maybe he can just kill this one. I didn't want me getting value on the other one, maybe. Didn't Robo Horror? Nope, 7. This is Chainer's Edict. Yep, he can kill that one, and we're supposed to have known about it. Angelic Purge. So now we got some more kill spells. He could deck us. That's a possibility here. Especially if he's a Devious Cover-Up deck. The game 1 against a Devious Cover-Up deck is pretty bad. There's a Mega Free Razor Golem. Yeah. Yield to turn. Oh, what you got? Counterspell. Probably gonna get counterspelled. Yep. And since he's only at 5, we don't need that many turns to kill him. We just need to get a creature. This is Flashback Teachings for Mystical Teachings. I guess just keep clicking OK. Let's play a 1/1. Seems fine with it. Okay. There's that Teachings. Gonna go get probably 2 spells here. That's gonna be a big accumulated knowledge. There's that. He's at 9 cards, up to 10 again. If you're at 9 cards, do you really need the advantage of flashing back your Mystical Teachings? I guess his hand could be full of cards he doesn't care about. So, exclude. That is annoying. It's Diabolic Edict. Island. Yeah, was cards he didn't care about. I don't think there's any use to playing out a creature into an exclude. Mystical Teachings for counterspell. Teachings for Teachings. So I'm going to discard a land card. So let's go for the Palace Sentinels first. I think that's going to eat an exclude. Sure. And then I'm going to go for Core Sky Fisher. I think this is going to eat his counterspell. Nope. And nothing. More Wellsprings. There's the Teachings. For an exclude. There's 16 lanes in play, and we've discarded 1. Get in for 2. We can't have that. We can't let him capsize. We have to try. So you exile our own dude so that capsize fizzles. And then we're back to it. And you can't exclude this. Like Wellspring. He can exclude that. Does not exclude that. I forgot to flash it back. I'm a pro at this game. I'm the best. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. So he bought that back. We have to make him do that a few more times to kill him. So maybe this is the exclude? No. Okay. Rewind. Sure. He's down to 3. Let's go for Javelineer. Expect this to get killed, but it doesn't. No use not playing this guy. I think it'll just get countered since he can't have Encouraged Justice. There's exclude. Ouch. There's another land. We do still have some in the deck. We have 4 left in the deck. 5 left in the deck. No, that doesn't go like that. 3 left in the deck. Shnikey. Last Breath is bad. Drop a Journey. And then I think this is where turns get really weird. Okay. So we're going to Angelic Purge this to itself. Oh. We Palace Sentinels. And pass. That's worrisome. He could have rewinded that, but he didn't. I think maybe he just knows that. Okay. Yep. I think writing's on the wall. Let's just eat up his time on this clock since these games are going to be really long. I don't think we're going to go to time. But let's not show him any more than we have, I guess. So I said something and then immediately didn't do it. Okay. Get some Order of Lightbearer. Get all of our relics. I actually think all of our last breaths and unmakes are really important. Journey to Nowheres are not important. Razor Golems don't seem important as far as the pace of the game goes. Javelineers actually seem like the worst card ever, and I'd rather have something slower. So from what I saw, I think he might bring in like I think he's gonna take out like all of his creatures, and I think he might bring in what's it called? Curse of the Bloody Tome. So I'm gonna bring in Aura Fracture. So I have Aura Fracture and Angelic Purge to deal with that. Last Breath, that's good. Back to cutting a Razor Golem. Oh, that's not what I want to do. 61 cards, like a pro. Okay. This seems like a grindy hand. Hey, who knows? Maybe I want to run a 65 card deck or something. Now that I see that I have 4 lands in my hand, I think that I'm actually happy with not having it. And I'll just wait. This could get excluded, but that's fine. It goes through okay. Pop a clue. I think I'm going to throw the relic out sooner than later. Dang it. Innocent Blood's me. Let's see what this does. That's an exclude. So he can't exclude this, so I think this is a better time to play Core Sanctifiers than most. Oh, he can exclude me. Wow, I'm getting worse at this game. I forgot he had freaking Pristine Talisman. The better play would have been Ichor Wellspring Angelic Purge. But I'm just going to keep going for these. Sometimes you just gotta... I mean, that's the hand I think I was dealt, of just like you force him to have counter spells. So, Mystical Teachings up. Counterspell. And then Accumulated Knowledge. Remove my creature. I would expect that he asserts his own, but he does not. Let's see if this eats a counterspell. Yes. Drop a Razor Golem for free. Ichor Wellspring. This gets me another Ichor Wellspring. The capsize could still be problematic if he starts going for lands. All 3 damage. How many is that? 1, 2, 3 counterspells, 2 excludes. There's all 4 of his counterspells, ladies and gentlemen. So now, I think if I get an Order of Lightbearer, that this game is pretty favored for me. There's another AK. There's the AK. Yeah, using things like Counterspell on my Relic. Oh. Look at that. I'm gonna go for Last Breath instead of an Unmake. Start digging, I guess. Another Unmake. He can, yeah. Hopefully this is, nope. I was hoping that was a Chainer's Edict. Because we don't have any way to deal with these guys, and that's how we don't die to the Evankar's Justice. Could still have another Exclude, I suppose. There's a whiff. Mystical Teachings for another Accumulated Knowledge. Man, that, okay, so him hitting our Relic actually was, like, pretty freaking good as far as card advantage goes. Oh my. Definitely. There's a Curse of the Bloody Tome. So now there's a whole bunch of non-creature things that we need to deal with, and we've already used up, I think, 2 Angelic Purges. So I'm going to go for this first. So right now he has Chainer's Edict in the yard. And I don't want to run out my guy. I need to hit something like my Relic. Or, I don't know, a guy with high toughness. Oh, whoops. So let's go for an Unmake on this guy. He's so far ahead on life that we might need to Last Breath to catch up. There's a Rewind. Does suck because there's not a lot of ways we can interact with a lot of his spells. Say next in step. Man, we're getting milled out. Okay. Let's go 4 for Battle Screech. 2 for Order. Maybe he's just looking and he doesn't have one. Or he could just, you know, capsize it. I think we've lost. if you ask me what I think. He's Yep, because he Evancars Justice, and then he Diabolic Edicts. Still not ready to pitch things that could help us deal with the capsize. So I'm actually not going to replay. Oh, shoot. I totally forgot that I could just replay my Core Sanctifiers with my Core Skyfisher. I think that was my way out. But let's slow our death. Okay, maybe that was worth it. And he did use the Diabolic Edict. Sure. I'm going to pull the trigger on that. And then if he has Innocent Blood... Okay, he doesn't. Let's do it. Hit him for 9. What was that? That was Crypt Incursion. He's at 73. I think we've lost. Yep. Shoot. Yeah, that's a bad matchup. All right, round 4 against JoJo. Yep, we're just going to be Ichor Wellspring turn 2, unless we need to Last Breath. Don't like seeing swamps. That could mean Blue-Black Delver, and that's what we're trying to avoid by playing friendlies. Okay, Baron Moore is very good news. Kabaj Witches. Okay, great. So now we can Last Breath this. And play out a Threat Inspector. I guess there could have been an argument for playing Javelineer, just in case he plays like a Spectre here. But nope, it's a Phyrexian Razor. I guess this would have helped. We could have still attacked. I want to keep drawing cards. Lots of Core Skyfishers, which in the long run is good. We just need another land. And Chittering Rats would be pretty bad. Let's go for the Thraben Inspector, since this will be able to block this. Combauge, which is... So that unfortunately is going to eat our Unmake. We can't have that gaining any kind of advantage. So he's up to 5 cards in hand. And we're at 4. So I think we're a little bit behind. I guess we're at parity if you include this clue. He has more lands on the field. There's a small Gray Merchant for 3. We can go ahead and remove this. Land? Okay. So now I'm gonna just play out a couple of Core Sky Fishers. We have 2 Ichor Wellsprings to return. This is a little bit risky if he has another Gray Merchant in hand. But it also blocks, like, even if he has a kill spell, we'll prevent 2 damage here. There's a kill spell. Well, we did prevent the attack. So now we're actually doing well. Battle Screech is good. I think they only run 1 Pestilence in the majority of these lists. And we've already dealt with 2 Kumbaj Witches. But as far as what they could do damage with us, or to us with, what is this? Oh, this is a Flashback Chainer's Edict. It's a shame that didn't eat a Battle Screech instead. So now there's a weird question, I guess. We could Core Sky Fisher and Battle Screech, but I think I would rather get another Ichor Wellspring. And then let's do this thing again. We're pulling ahead in card advantage. Our life total is pretty important. He hit another land. Gray Merchant. We are super fortunate that he has not been drawing Chittering Rats. So we know we're going to do that. I suppose the only thing other to do is that. And the chances of him having 2 kill spells, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could have just added these 2 numbers together, whatever. I think are pretty low. I'm going to attack with 1 guy. And we gotta kill him pretty quick, since I think eventually we're just gonna die unless we get some last breaths. I don't like that. This is, that's really scary. Okay, so he just wanted to eat one of our guys, I think. Chittering Rat, after we have the Monarch, is not very impactful. Keep doing this. I should play my draw spells first. And I've already played a land. I didn't know I was going to draw that, but sweet. So how afraid am I of him getting Pestilence off the top? I don't know. But we'll have a pretty good attacking force. I'm pretty dang scared of that, actually. Okay. I was like, 4 mana. So let's start eating away his guys. We want all the black symbols to be gone. So Gray Merchant is number 1. Got some free dudes. Let's pop a clue. And let's start getting the life totals more even. One Razor Golem, 2 Razor Golem. So he just drew a land, and we have it. So these Order of Lightbearers have been amazing so far. So there's those. I think the Javelineers are silly here. And I'm gonna take a last breath over that as well, since that's gonna keep his board clear of, like, I can instant speed grab his Gray Merchants and gain life. Like, they're just very good. My Angelic Purges can deal with Oubliettes and the Pestilences if required. I will go ahead and not keep this. This is good. Oh, I want more land. But, like, look at him. He says protection from your opponent. Okay. I'm going to be going with Iker Wellspring here. I don't have backup guys, and oh well. I still think I'm going for it, so I can clear off whatever he plays and get ahead on cards. There's a Journey. Shoot. I might actually go for the Journey, since these Angelic Purges are more broad, and if I draw a Core Skyfisher, I want to be able to return this Iker Wellspring. Chittering Rats away my Angelic Purge. I think I'm fine using Angelic Purge on that now, since he's about to cast a Gray Merchant, possibly, and I was hoping for a land. Got a Razor Golem, so maybe I can catch up. Duress, he's gonna be grabbing our Angelic Purge, so we're out of those. We are out of Iker Wellsprings as well, so that's not so bad. But it is bad. I'm not gonna lie. So land? Nope. Just pass. So I'm gonna get rid of my 4-drop. The journey logic I think still holds up. Plains. I think I want the board clear in case I draw a land and want to jam Palace Sentinels. Or Battle Screech or whatever. Okay, he took a turn off finally. Probably just means he has like infinite kill spells in his hand. But oh my gosh. See some of those infinite kill spells. 3. Shattering that. Yeah, I'm doing this instead of order. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna go for it. Three, 4. Yeah. Just undoes all of my work. So now I think am I actually safe to play Palace Sentinels? You'd have to double kill spell. That doesn't seem safe at all. But he hasn't been killing this. Maybe I just Ichor Wellspring and Razor Golem. I'm behind, I think, so I'm just gonna go for the more risky play. We need 2 kill spells since if he activates that twice, he loses his Pestilence, and that's my number 1 goal right now is getting that off the field. Of course. Okay. And then I think he's got it. Yeah. Alright. How naive. I shouldn't have done that. Of course I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I can get his Pestilence off the field, but now he's the Monarch. Go with the Journey. Make sure not to play Razor Golem. He's 1 mana away from Chainer's Edict mana, and he has 2 in the yard. Sign of Blood again. So he's just swimming in cards. So do I go for Unmake? I'm not sure yet. I don't think I do. I think I want to actually get this order out. make it as difficult as possible for him to get my... Yeah, to stop me from getting the Monarch. He has a second one. Okay. I'm still gonna steal the Monarch from him for a turn, but I'm down to needing an Angelic Purge, which is 2 out of 38 chance. So let's see what Iker brings. I couldn't even remove my Order of Lightbearer if I wanted to. But Battle Screech is pretty useless. So he gets our guy, but we get his, and maybe we'll keep the Monarch and be able to, yeah, be able to pull back. I mean, this is what it would look like if we could. We've dealt with 2 Pestilences so far, and we have a Order of Lightbearer. Okay, there's our Angelic Purge, so fist pumps all around. Gosh dang it. He draws... Oh, that was perfect, huh? 7. This is probably an Edict. So that is telling me he's going to have to deal with these one by one. We do not want to lose the Monarch, so I'm leaving all 3 of my birds back. Let's just hit him as hard as we can. So that is 6. Draw a card for Monarch. It's a land. Cycles Baronmore. Let's do 1 to him. This is another Chainer's Edict. So I think he's down to 0 Chainer's Edicts. I'm just going to go for this. That way I can attack with both of my creatures. Man, this card is looking so good. We'll be able to pump our guy for 5 next turn, so we'll be able to do it's 8 damage. Okay, so he's got the front and back half of the Chainer's Edict now. He didn't do the back half of the Chainer's Edict. And we can use our full mana. Because we have a Razor Golem. And then I think Corrupt is what kills us now. Geth's Verdict. So then he can do that. He can do Chainer's Edict again. Although we can Core Sky Fisher. Oh, it goes down 2 more. Goes up 2. Snag that. Oh man, this is close. I mean, he's probably not that happy right now, and I'm just nervous. Because I want to win. Um, Come on, Razor Golem, bring me home. I'm just gonna go all out here. Oops, did I drop too many? Yep. 3, baby. And he hit another land. Victory. Okay. Time for the end boss, I guess, for round 5. This isn't a great hand. But can return my Javelineer. I think I'm gonna need the extra value, so I'm not gonna play that Core Scout for sure. He who is in the water. Okay. I was afraid it was blue-black, but I believe we won this matchup before. I don't remember what our loss was to. Oh, it was against blue-black control. So he's discarding, which is good news for us. Discarded a friggin' Guardian of the Guildback. Yep. I'm just gonna still wait. We have to stop drawing lands. F word. So this is a pretty desperate play. Getting rid of this guy in the just with the slight chance that he won't play another. So that's a clue pop, and there's a Ration Cleric. It's an Ichor Wellspring that I would have loved to have had that Angelic Purge for. Oop, I'm going for Wellspring. There's another Wellspring. Oh my gosh. hurts. I mean, seeing the core Skyfisher, I don't think we would have been able to do anything anytime soon. But still. Well, okay. Send 5 lands. I think he has missed a land drop. I'm just going to hold on. There's another one. I think I am going to need to stop the bleeding here. That's not bad. It's pretty good, in fact. Okay, well, there's another Palace Sentinels. I suspect that there's going to be a kill spell lined up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An untapped land means you can flashback Chainer's Edict. Oh, just all of those. And we can't do anything. At least that'll go away on its own eventually, but he is at 33. Third Inspector is pretty good. But we're going to need a miracle. Taken to a turn right now. 6. That's kind of what we were looking for. There's the Pestilence. All right. So what we need is not that. So what are our choices? We can play out guys and then pray for an Angelic Purge to deal with Pestilence, or pass, do nothing, and pray for so there's Angelic Purge for that, or do nothing and any removal spell for this, and he has to not play any creatures. I'm gonna go for the specifically Angelic Purge route. What is this? That's another core Skyfisher. We don't want that. Probably gonna go ahead and... Oh, okay. So nothing yet. So if I attack here, it's possible that he'll do this. So then we just pray that he doesn't have a second one. Guess he could kill us right now. That's not the biggest deal. I do rather wish I'd have that in my hand. Oh. Yep. Okay. So, Relic, Core Sanctifiers. I do think Aura Fracture is worth it. Order of Leaper, and then Last Breath. Those are all stuff we might do. I don't like Razor Golem. Laser Golem. Razor Golem. I'm going to get rid of Battle Screeches. And then I think we took out Journey to Nowhere's last time. Just because they could Aura Fracture us or something. Let's try that. We have lots of ways to deal with his enchantments, so Order of Leaper should be fine. It's a good plan. Alright. So this is fine. Turn off auto yields. I'm gonna keep this. Okay. I'm gonna go for Iker. Thank you for the compliment, dude. Alright. Kind of got all the tools we need. And we're ahead. We have the Palace Sentinels. There's a Chainer's Edict. Second relic. I'll probably be cutting the first relic or popping the first relic pretty soon. That is Last Breathable. Okay. So get that. And then I'm going to go for the core. I'm not concerned about trying to get value this time, because the Monarch is going to give us all of the value we could ever want. All right. So I'd actually rather get rid of the ground creature. We've gotten the backside of 2 relics so far, or 2 Chainer's Edicts so far. Man, I'm just mixing up names. So this is kind of do or die. And we die. Oh, there's the land. Oh, he has to dig? He didn't attack. If he would have attacked, I would have lost my order. I would have traded with this. Okay. So now we're on Angelic Purge that. Corsica Fisher. Get out of this. That might block, so leave that back. We have what's it called? First strike. So let's just get rid of this guy. We've got an extra unmake in hand, so I think we can afford to be a little bit aggressive. Perfect. So I can Core Sanctifiers their clue, but I guess we have 2 Angelic Purges. So let's get in with this guy. That's it. Still pretty sketchy. Okay. I'm just gonna go down a relic. Purge that. Another order. Okay. Let's just go with these 2. This I can give first strike, and I can only have it do 3 damage right now. It needs to do 4. He's got his own Palace Sentinels. So let's see that Prismatic Strands. Oh no. Huh. I think I'm just waiting. Which sucks. But at least I'm the Monarch. C4, that is the Pestilence that we were keeping that Angelic Purge for. Ouch. 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 I don't understand. Okay. This guy. And then I think I'm gonna go split some damage up here, but that is good. Are we gonna blow up our Razor Golem? Yep. Okay. 4, 5. We'll keep a Gang Shinobi. Let's see if I can get anything lucky. Nope. So I'm gonna attack with 1. See where that gets me. Let's do 3. Then pass. So we block here. And then unmake. What? Oh, just another Oration Cleric. Just continue to cycle through. That means we can attack all out. Opponent at 11. So just top decking. Even Pestilence doesn't do it. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Nope, that's not how that works. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should be 11. Okay, come on. I'm confident in my sideboard plan. Just need a decent hand. All right. Okay. Yes. I will keep. I just hope he doesn't go super, super fast. So far, so good. That's exactly what we want. Ugh. Okay. Pops his clue. I'm gonna go for the Core Skyfisher over the Last Breath right now. Castigate. Okay. He's probably gonna take something like the Order of Lightbearer. No, another Coarse Skyfisher. Okay. So let's just go with Last Breath and Wellspring. All right. So next turn we can play 2 orders and a Razor Golem. One order and a Razor Golem. Okay, 2. Please don't castigate me. Okay, just Nausea and a Chainer's Edict. I don't want this to get castigated, so I'm going to run it out. That might be a horrible idea, but I have the mana to make this dangerous now. This is such a cool card. Human Cleric Knight. So let's go like that. See if he'll take some obvious bait. Just get his guy now. We have to do it sometime. Maybe I should have waited, but we have a backup one in hand. He can't play Castigate and the other guy, the Guardian of the Guild Pact, at the same turn. Relic is good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get in again. Just gonna do 3. Now, Castigate would be optimal on our side. We want him to do that so we can cast our instant speed spell and make a fool of him. Okay. So, we're gonna go for the one with higher toughness. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to be activating this, so let's do it now. Get in. Oh, I guess I probably should have waited, but first strike, pluses, play a Razor Golem, yield. Still has the Monarch, which is bad, but we're doing okay. We got 2 Chainer's Edicts out of the way, and a pro creature on our side. Oh, this is gonna look weird. Now I'm gonna go for the Razor Golem attack. Oh, let's go both. Razor Golem has Vigilance. And then Prismatic Strains. So he does have the Monarch, but we're creeping up on him. It's like our creatures are just sticking around. Guardian and Guild Pact. Come on. Guardian. We would use like all of his mana. We have the answer. We would immediately become the Monarch. Pestilence. Well, we're going to do quite a bit of damage to him right now. So we're actually in the lead as far as damage goes, and we got another unmake. We're the Monarch. We have lots of Ice Wellsprings out. Just don't time out. Okay, he's probably going to be activating Pestilence here. Sure. Sure. Okay. Do him 6. Now we have the Relic. So we can get rid of that Prismatic Strands. Okay, even Riftwatcher is annoying. Well, let's see if we can just get rid of this. Nope. Let's try unmaking it. And I'm going to leave 2 up so I can activate Relic. And I'll do that on his end step, I believe. Okay. No, there's actually no incentive right now. Let's have him make a hard choice sooner. I'm gonna go wide. Always yield. Do that. Still got 1 up for Relic. Man, Relic really eats through someone's graveyard a lot more when all of the stuff you're removing doesn't go there. Oh, another land drop. That's not what he wanted. So I think that's game. Unless he's got another creature in hand. And then it's... Okay. We have a game. So I'm going to wait for Pestilence to trigger. Let's exile our graveyards. And then... draw some cards. Play it safe. I don't know why I'm playing it safe. And then let's do some... have some lethal creatures. Okay. Let's see what he draws. Journey to Nowhere. I can Angelic Purge that. So now I've got two guys. Probably could have played one of my Palace Sentinels, but I think the writing is on the wall. He goes to 3. Angelic Purge is dude. Let me type to you. Four 1 in a friendly league. That is pretty cool. Overall, I think the deck is super fun, pretty strong. It obviously loses to blue-black Delver. There's just too many expensive spells in here. Not enough flyers. Like 3-mana removal spells are not good against that deck. It has game against most everything. Tron's a hard matchup though. I've been having so much fun with this deck. I recommend you try it. It's not competitive though. Anyway, if you have any input, leave it in the comments. Sorry for the long wait for the video. I love you guys. See you when I see ya.